Toso.
I'm Katisha, and welcome to Internationally Blended. So, today we are going to talk about how we met. So before we get into the content of this video, we do want to let you know that we have this month is December VLOGMAS. This month, December 2021, we are going to be celebrating 5 years of marriage. We are so excited. So a few of the videos we're going to be doing for VLOGMAS are going to be centered around our marriage. And today's video is going to be about how we met. Why is that funny?
Yeah, because, I mean, like, how we met, it's not, a lot of times it's not pictured to be what we have, but,
I don't get it. Explain. What do you mean it's not pictured to be what we have?
I mean, like, considering how we met, traditionally a lot of people go by, people they've known for a long time, high school sweethearts and stuff like that, but, we just met and, like,
we just met and,
Yeah.
That's true, though.
Mm-hmm.
We just met and, So, so prior to meeting Toso, I was single for a few years. And I was very serious about getting into a serious relationship. I think we all have had relationships that we are not proud of. And we all have had relationships where we feel like, if I could have a do-over, I would definitely not do that again. All right? So I think we both walked into this relationship like, okay, I'm serious about it. This is a courtship. I am not dating you. My intention is marriage. And so I think that's the reason why we got married so quickly. And so just really quick, and I'm going to save this for another video because we have another video to talk about.
Okay.
But Toso and I met and got married in 5 months. We met and got married in 5 months. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. We met and got married in 5 months. 5 months. So we met in July. So we met online. This is not even in person, right? So we met online sometime, let's say like July 10th, 2016. And we got married December 17th, 2016. 5 months. 5 months. So first of all, we met online on a dating site. I had been on this website for a little bit of time. It has an app too. And I forget what the feature is, but I think it was like you can like or match with somebody, something like that. And I kept doing that, right? Like letting the other person know that I was interested. And I kept getting these crazy people. So I said, all right, maybe there's something, I have to go about this differently, right? And so we are Christian, right? So we do believe that a man who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? So I was like, let me stop being trigger happy, right? Let the man find me. So when I saw his profile, I was like, oh, he looks good on paper, but what can I do to get his attention? Because I'm not gonna click the like button. I'm not going to send him a message first. So you know what I did? I realized that every time on this particular site, this particular app, every time you go to someone's profile, they get a notification. I visited his profile every day, several times a day. It's like, you're going to see me. I don't know what you're doing, but you are going to see me. And then he sent me a message, and that was history. That's it.
Yeah, so I kept getting this notification, and a couple times she looked, and I was like, let me see. And then I went to her page, looked at it. Yeah, pretty decent girl. And you know, yeah, I was at work, yeah, and then it skipped my mind to message her, and it took me a couple more days, and then I text her finally, and that's how it all started. But then I had to leave town for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was away. I was out of town for about a week, and you know, I got her number from, you know, texting back and forth.
Pause, guys. He took forever to do everything. You heard what he just said, right? He took forever to message me back. Now, I was already excited. That's why I kept looking at his profile every day so he could be notified. He took forever to message me. Then, so we're talking, right, on the app. We're talking back and forth. He kept saying, I wish I could send you pictures, because he was going to his cousin's wedding and he was going to be wearing traditional African clothes. Did we tell them that you're African?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm African. I'm Nigerian.
Say something.
How far? What's it out?
So he was going to a wedding and he was going to be wearing traditional garb. So he kept saying, I wish I could send you pictures. I wish I could send you pictures. So in my mind, I'm like, don't you know we getting married? So what do you mean you wish? Can you ask for my number? Like, what's happening here? Ask me for my number. So he never asked. I said, you know what? I'm going to give him my number. And I did. And he started texting me. And his first text message was, hey, what's up, beautiful? Oh my goodness. All right, so anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, where did I stop again?
You were going to the wedding.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, I was away for about a week. And, you know, while I was away, we're texting back and forth until I came back. And then we had to schedule a meet. And we met at Manhattan.
What? I was not playing. Now, I knew he was real, right? Because I don't know why we use Skype. He could have told me to download WhatsApp, because I wasn't into the whole video, FaceTime, all that. I didn't have I have an Android, always Android. So he could have told me to download WhatsApp, but instead he mentioned Skype. So we were always on Skype, and we worked opposite shifts. So I was a teaching assistant over the summer. We met over the summer. So I had just graduated college, actually, with my bachelor's degree in teaching. And so I would work in the morning from 7 to 2, something like that. And then he would work the opposite shift, so from 3 to 11. So I would have to catch him when he got home, which also means Katisha, the one who goes to sleep real early, I had to stay up until like 11:30, 12 so he can get in the house and get settled and we can get on Skype. So we would video chat. So I knew that he was the person in the pictures, but I'm still not crazy. So I was like, yeah, meet me in Times Square. There's a bunch of people there. Meet me in Times Square. So, right? So we both took the train and we met in Times Square.
Yeah, so it was a real beautiful day.
I have to insert pictures of our first meet.
Funny, it was a day to my birthday.
You have to tell them about Jesus.
It was so. All right, so that year, my biggest prayer point was, God, I just want to meet my wife. And you know, getting close to my birthday, I just, you know, my prayer, you know, switched up to, God, I want my wife as a birthday gift. So every year I ask God for something, and believe it or not, I've gotten everything I asked God for on my birthday. Everything. And for that year, 2016, I just wanted to meet my wife. And I met her a day before my birthday. So she's my birthday gift.
Every year, don't ask me for nothing else.
And yeah, the day before my birthday, I met her. You know, at Times Square, we, you know, took a long walk. We talked.
He brought my son he brought my son some Spider-Man Converse. That's how he got in. I'm telling you right now, because I wouldn't even let him buy me. We went to Starbucks, right?
She wouldn't even let me buy her not even a cup of coffee. I'm like, we out on a date. Like, you can go somewhere, eat something, have a little drink. Like, you're not driving. I'm not driving either. You know, we could just, you know, have fun. But she would not. So, you know, finally we ended up in the store. I was like, all right, let's just go window shopping. Since you don't want to, you don't want to spend, you don't want me to spend any money or whatever, let's just go window shopping. So we went window shopping. And then I saw the sneakers, Spider-Man sneakers. And, you know, in the course of conversation before we met, I had known that my oldest is, he loves Spider-Man. So I got him the sneakers. That was the only dollar I spent for the day.
The only one.
And went back to Grand Central, talked for a little longer while she was waiting for her train. So right before she got on the train, I was 100% convinced that this is my wife. And, you know, I was just too excited. And I told her, I held her hands and I said, it's too early. Traditionally for you, it's too early for me to be saying this. But I'm saying it because I'm convinced deep in my heart that I love you and I will marry you. And she just, I could see that weird look on her face like, okay. But years later, I found out that she was excited I said that. So, yeah, she had this weird look in her face like, what do you mean? But, you know, in her heart, she was excited. So, yeah, that's how the journey started.
I didn't even tell you. So he kept telling me before we met in person, he kept telling me, I'm going to take you to an African restaurant when you come. Y'all, I was on YouTube watching videos. How am I supposed to eat fufu? What do I do? Like, I'm watching videos of people eating fufu so I can figure out what I'm supposed to do so I don't look crazy. Because you said you were bringing your friends too. So I said, I can't be the one with the wrong form at the table. Like, that was crazy. But we ended up going to his friend's house instead of going to a restaurant because one of his other friends was celebrating as well. And his friend's wife made dinner, so I was able to just sit, me and him, and eat, so I could just mess up if I needed to or whatever. And that is when I fell in love with
F4.
Ooh, that's when I fell in love with F4. And yeah, so we did that. It was quick, babe. It was quick. And then in September we started premarital counseling.
Yeah, so that's another beautiful part of our journey to marriage. Met her pastor, great man.
Shout out to Pastor Holder, to Reverend Doctor.
Yeah, great respect for him. So, you know, I've always had this picture in my head of, you know, the kind of man that I respect. And, you know, first time I met him, he was like, he could have crushed everything. And, you know, it was really great, you know, learning more about marriage from, you know, someone who shared more like something close to our story. He was married for...
At that time, I think was it 20?
Yeah, I think it was 20 years or something like that.
I think so.
Probably.
And they also got married in 5 months or so.
Right. So, you know, I picked up a lot of encouragement from that. You know, from the scriptures, from practical life, because, you know, times change. Men have changed into, you know, different lifestyles, and different phases of, should I say, evolution or whatever that is. But him bringing practical life, recent practical life into the picture, and helping us to understand the shape and form of marriage. It was really, really worth it. I'm so glad that we subscribed to that, because everything we learned, we still apply to our marriage until today, and I'm grateful that we did go through that.
And we did it before we were even officially engaged. Like, we already knew we were going to get married, but he took, like I said, he takes forever. He took forever to propose, like to do the actual proposal.
I had to be sure.
Guys,
I had to be sure. Now, all right, so I had to be extra sure. I guess I was sure they but I had to be extra sure. So
let me make sure something don't come up in that counseling.
Premarital counseling brings out a lot of dirt. So at that point, you decide, do I really want to do this or don't? So I would say 45 to 60% of premarital class done. I was pretty sure that I was in 100%. So I got the ring, and then this idea struck me. Why not do it the last day of premarital counseling? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be beautiful. So,
mind you, I had told my students and everything, because I was teaching. So I told my students, I'm getting engaged. I know I am. So every day they come in, and I was teaching 6th grade at the time. So every day they came in, oh, Miss J, because my maiden name is Jeffers. So he's like, oh, Miss J, did you get engaged? Did you get engaged? I'm like, no, not yet. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for.
So last day of premarital counseling. Yeah, probably a good question.
That was cute though. That was okay. I'll give you that one.
And she said yes.
Of course.
And yeah, so much excitement that day.
But let's not and this is another video too. We had a lot of I don't want to call it hate, but a lot of other people surrounding me, not necessarily you, because for you, traditionally speaking, right, it's the courtship doesn't have to be that long, right? So Americans, we traditionally want to date for a couple of years and then maybe even be engaged for another year and maybe live together for a year, right? Before getting married. And we didn't have time to do any of those things. It was like he had his house in Queens, I had my apartment in New Rochelle. Once we got married, he comes from Queens to New Rochelle, and then it's like, right? Yeah. This, married life starts. So prior to that, of course, I had family members and friends who didn't subscribe to the idea of being married so quickly after courting. And so naturally, they had questions. Naturally, they had some concerns. So there was still some of that when we got engaged. But it's weird. Well, it's God, right? It's not weird. It's God. By the time we got married, I think a lot of that subsided for people because they know me, right? You're my family, my friends, you know me. And then they were getting to know him still. And they were like, well, she gonna do it. We gonna just go to the wedding, and if it don't work out, we be here. We got you back. Kind of a thing. But
I mean, I wouldn't say it's hate. I don't think it is. They don't know me. I just showed up traditionally for, her environment. You date for long. I remember she mentioned it at some point, and I asked her this question: if we date for 5 years, and then we're like, all right, let's get married. I've seen it. It's here in America. Get married after dating for so long, and then they get married, and then right after getting married, they getting divorced. Like, what's the point? So all that whole years you should have put into marriage, you was just dating. So I was like, it makes no difference if we married or dating. What difference does it make? You know, and you not be dating doing what married people do. Stay out of that business.
Hello.
So you know, I was more like, yeah, just if you're gonna go in, go the whole 100. You know, so yeah.
Right. Hey guys, I realized that we didn't end the video properly, so I just wanted to come back on and do that. Hubby is working right now, so he can't end it with me, but we just want to say thank you so much for watching, for listening to our unique story of how we met and got married in 5 months, and we hope you come back for another one.